What's up, guys? Today we're just taking a little stroll
The neighborhood.
to the neighborhood, maybe the park.
People probably wondering like how we met.
Who's people? That 24 people? Our family?
Everyone out there.
I think our family already
Well,
knows.
eventually everybody's gonna be wondering because I am older than you by like 5 years.
What?
5 years, long.
5 years? That's a long time.
4 years and 7 months.
Don't. You look like 21.
Thank you.
And I'm 31.
You're not 31.
Yeah, I am.
Add another 10 years.
How many years should we add
4 years and 6 months, 7 months.
to 30 years?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Or 40?
Oh God! Really? I am not that old. Stop. So, anyways, today we're gonna tell you guys about how we met. And the first time I had seen him was at the Nagarkirtan in Yuba City. That was back in 1999. That's a long time ago. And then we met again at the Vasaki Mela.
We met at Vasaki Mela
in
in Crothers. That is, people who don't know, that is in
Fresno area.
Fresno,
another town
California.
about 20 miles from Fresno.
Because she's from Fresno, California.
Yeah, he's from Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Anyhow, he was actually standing right, it's like an outdoor event. He was standing like right next to me, and they were gonna perform, go on the stage, and I actually was just talking to him randomly. Not interested, trust me. I was just randomly talking to him. Like, I'm very like friendly and social, and he happened to be like just talking back. He just was standing there. He's like, I'm so tired, I'm thirsty, and I happened to have a soda in my hand, and I was like, oh, did you want some? And then I kind of scooted over on my chair and then let him sit next to me, and he's like sitting there for a minute, and then he's like, oh, we're from Sacramento, we do this and that, and we're hecka good, we dance, blah blah
I said
blah.
we do Pangra.
Yeah, whatever.
Pangra.
Yeah, and you're like, you have to stay and watch us. And I was like, oh, okay. And then anyways, we kind of watched them for a little bit. And then my dad came. You know, in our culture, we really can't be talking to guys and hanging out with them. And then I ended up like taking off with my dad. And I kind of just waved at him like, okay, bye, see you later. And then he was just still dancing on the stage. And then we kind of just left because I didn't really have any intentions towards him. It was just like, you know, for that day, whatever. We were just talking, it was cool, whatever. And then ended up leaving, and then he was asking all his friends like who I was and if they knew of me, and they're like, well, what's her name? He's like, oh, Jas. And they're like, what's her real name? He's like, that's all I know is Jas. And then 2 weeks later, my aunt invited us to come to San Jose. They had another Vasaki Mela out there, and she's been asking us to come out there for a while, and we always tell her we're gonna come. We never end up going, but in this case we're like, okay, fine. My mom's like, Jael, you know, just go. She's been asking us for a while now. So me, my cousins, and a couple of our friends ended up going to the Vasaki Mela in San Jose, and he happened to be there, and I happened to just see him, and I was like, what are you doing here? And his reaction, you had to see his face. He was like,
It was just like this, guys. Beautiful face. Just same reaction, you know, like, wow. Hello.
no, he was like, looking for you. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of lame, but okay.
That was not it.
He's like, yeah, you did. He said, looking for you.
Oh,
And then I remember the exact words.
That was not it.
I remember the
No, guys, that was not the reaction.
Actually, the
That
girls
was
have
not
better
the
memory than a guy does. So anyhow, you're like, looking for you. And then I was like, okay. And then you're like, oh, is it okay if I hang out with you guys? And I said, okay, that's fine, you know. And then you kind of left your friend by himself.
Actually, I did that. Teji, my buddy, I'm very, very sorry. I left you and I went, picked her up, and then we went out to go eat or something, right?
Well, actually, we were at the Mela the whole time. And you were hanging out with me, my cousin, and my friends the whole day. And then around the evening time, we were going to leave. And then you're like, oh, is it okay if I get your number? I said, no, I can give you my number. And then I go, why don't you just give me your number? And then you're like, well, what if you don't call me? I said, well, that's true too. I might not call you. And then, anyhow.
No, that's not what she said.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
I said, are you going to call me? And she goes, yeah, I'll call you. Then I go,
What if
are you
don't?
sure you're going to call me? She goes, yeah, I'll call you.
That point. no. I said, yeah, I might call you. And they're like, well, why don't you just give me your number just in case you don't call me? So then I ended up giving you my number. And I said, well, if you call me, you have to call me.
That was their house number, by the way, guys.
Yeah, and I said, if you call me, you have to call me around this time. And then, so it was around 6 o'clock. So I was like, you have to call me around that time. And he happened to have class at that time. And he missed class to call me. And so from there on, we started talking. And then the first meeting we had was probably like a couple weeks after. And then the first meeting, he was actually late and his car broke down. And so I thought he stood me up. But then he ended up going to a payphone, got a ride to a payphone in Madera, and called me from there. And then I happened to go pick him up from the area where he was at, and then had to drive him all the way to Sacramento.
The car situation it broke down. And guess what I was doing? Don't ever do that. Ever do that. I was racing because I was so late. I wasn't punctual anytime when I came to meet her. I was always late. And then I was trying to make up that time. From Sacramento to Fresno takes about 2.5 hours. And I was already late before, like, when I left from Sacramento. And then I ended up speeding. And I was racing this another Lamborghini. True story. No lie. I was racing this Lamborghini with my little Acura. And then my Acura pretty much blew up the engine. The oil got so heated. And then the Lamborghini obviously gonna win. It took off. I don't know what I was thinking. Young mind back in the days. And then you just like, you have your little Honda, those days. So that's what I ended up doing. And then as I was going so fast. And to be honest, like doing probably 150. That's like the max speed of the car.
Crazy.
And the car was modified heavily. And don't ever do that. That's like pretty much you are putting your life in jeopardy. You could kill somebody. You kill yourself racing and all that stuff on the street. Go to the track if you want to do all that. But that's besides the point. So that's exactly how we met. I actually, first time I saw her was in Fresno. Town closer to Fresno called Crothers, California. We went to go perform. I should do Bhangra. And right at then I was like, that's the girl. Like, that is the girl. Like, I want to talk to her. I want to know who she is. At that point, we didn't trade numbers, and we traded numbers in San Jose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, San Jose.
Like 2 weeks after.
2 weeks after. And that
I
was...
had seen you 3 years before.
3 years prior, I guess. That's something that I didn't know. Like, she said she saw me singing on the stage in Yuba City. I was performing. It was for Nagar Kirtan.
On the float.
On the float, I was singing on Nagar Kirtan. And then...
And you even pointed at us. You're like...
And
you're
see, that stuff is, I don't know, pointed at us, like, yeah, but that's a great memory.
You have no clue.
That's a great memory.
Maybe you were pointing at my sister.
Yeah, maybe. Anyhow, no, my attention was strictly you.
How much of that's true?
100%.
Such a lie.
But I'm not even twitching.
You twitch. He twitches his lip when he lies. And I always know that. Your upper lip always twitches. You're always like, I can't even do it. Getting some fresh air.
Walk into the park.
It's so nice.
Beautiful park. It's beautiful today. So nice. It's a little chilly though, a little cold.
You're always cold.
I'm always cold. My hand's always like freezing for some reason. How is your day, guys, going? Do you guys take walks? Do you guys go stroll? Go with your loved ones? Go with you. Really cold. Yeah, I'm really cold. Oh, you want to hold my hands?
No, not.
Hold my hands.
No,
come here. Hold my hands. Hold my hands.
It's so cold.
Oh, come on. You don't love me no more?
Hold up. Now you can hold me.
What the hell is this? Oh. I was like, she's giving me something. She's pulling a prank or something. She goes, here, hold on a bit.
If I pull a prank, you wouldn't even know. I'm really good at pranks.
Oh, let's not open that can of worm. Pranking wars. Why do you not want to walk in the sun?
Wait.
Like,
there's no sun.
No, there's sun.
Barely any
There's
sun.
a barely sun. That's all I need. Sometimes you need a little bit of sun. That's it.
You might as well get on the garage.
Yeah, that sounds
on
good.
top of that roof to
Sounds
get some
good.
sun.
Yeah, they can record us. We can record them. They got a
Are we
little
supposed
tiny
to turn
camera.
now?
Not here.
Oh, next time.
Turn way up there.
They all look the same.
God, you think these glasses are clean?
Dude, they just get dirty. What you have?
Like, really?
No, they just get dirty. I cleaned them last night.
Last night?
Yeah.
Should we do more often, Bubba? How's your eyes? How's your vision?
Fine.
Pretty good? Binge watching some shows. Today is a lazy day. I mean, a lazy day. Wait, what are we doing again? Tell me what? What's up with the cover up with your... Give me that. What? Stop! Actually, you know, that's so wrong, guys. Don't... Hey, all the dudes, don't ever do that to your wife, girlfriend, your mother. I almost sound like a Salman Khan show now. Hey, kuch bhi karo na, mata pita ko mat karo na, and don't give them corona.